Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kristen, aka Not Just Another Fat Girl. And in today's video, I thought I would do something a little bit different because it has been a little bit over a month since I have been back on YouTube and there are quite a few new faces here. Some of them may be returning, but there are still quite a few new faces here. So I figured it would be a good time to sort of do a introduction video. So first and foremost, I am a mom and I have a basketball team. I have 5 kids, but there is a big age gap. And my older kids are in their 20s. Yes, I was a teen mom. I am in my late 30s. I am 39 years old. I was a teen mom. I have no regrets about that, but I then got a wild hair up my booty, I guess, and have started all over. And now I have a 4-year-old and one that just turned 4 months. So, yeah, that's the 4-month-old if you can hear her in the background at all. But that is probably something that takes up a good chunk of my life is being a mom. And it is unconventional in a lot of ways because 2 of my kids have autism diagnosed, and one of them was just recently diagnosed with ADHD with sensory processing disorder, and they have not ruled out autism. My middle child, my second child, is transgender, and I love him to pieces. I have fully supported him in everything that he has done. I have him on my insurance. I paid all the co-payments for the top surgery, for getting periods eliminated. When I say I fully support my child, I am a Christian, but I fully support my child. Now, we did do therapy ahead of time. I had him in therapy since he was a preteen. So it has been many, many years. And I made sure that everything that he did technically could be reversed if he changed his mind later on down the road. But yeah, I am that kind of mom. I am the mom where I am trying to raise fiercely independent children that do not follow stereotypes. I want children who can stand up and against a world that is always trying to crash down and to diminish and to make them feel less than. I want children who are strong and know who they are. And I'll be honest with you, the child that tests me the most is my 4-year-old. And when I tell you that she is everything that I want a woman to be in this world, she's everything that I want a woman to be in this world. She is fiercely independent. She is sassy till no get out. She will tell you how it really is. She's a truth bomber, okay? And I am, as far as being a mom goes, I am very, very proud. My first 3 are with my ex-husband, and he and I have a really good relationship. We literally talk every day. He adores my new kids. Literally, my 4-year-old FaceTimes him, just her and him. They FaceTime each other and play on FaceTime every day. Sometimes to his annoyance, but he truly is great with them. And he and I, we don't always see eye to eye when it comes to parenting. We are very different people, but I feel like we've done a really good job of respecting each other's differences. And now we're at the place where we talk to each other about who we're dating, who we're in a relationship with. Like, we talk to each other about like things that you would talk to your best friend about, basically. As far as friendships go, I would say he probably is crazy enough the person that I'm the closest to outside of who I'm in a relationship with now. If that tells you anything at all. I am a plus size girly, okay, if that has not been obvious. Plus size girly here, okay? Yes, yes, yes. We don't hide that, and we are not ashamed of that around here, okay? I have a crap ton of medical issues, a lot of which have contributed to me being plus size over the years. and that make it very, very difficult to lose weight. But that doesn't stop me from striving to be healthy and to fuel my body in the ways that it needs to be fueled. Don't get me wrong, your girl absolutely has what most people would call like cheat meals or unhealthy stuff. Yeah, no, of course. We all have those comfort dishes that we grew up with. And, from time to time, you want that. But for the most part, unfortunately, because of my medical conditions, I have to be very, very careful about what it is that I eat and drink. So, a lot of people may not be familiar with this, but I have autonomic dysfunction. It's under the umbrella that includes POTS, which is way more popular, but I actually was diagnosed with neurocardiogenic syncope. I actually have a dual lead pacemaker to help with my heart issues, but primarily to help with my neurocardiogenic syncope. So, with that, I actually have to consume a high sodium diet. You heard me right, a high sodium diet. So I have seen specialists and I continue to see specialists that monitor me. But when you have autonomic dysfunction, salt is actually one of the primary things that you are supposed to focus on getting throughout the day to help to feed the neuron pathways that help and to essentially do cell delivery, that essentially keeps you balanced and keeps you from passing out. It affects the nervous system. This is neurocardiogenic. So, neurocardio. This affects both my nervous system and my cardiac, aka heart system. And if, as far as I would say medical issues go, my neurocardiogenic syncope probably dominates what it is that I have to consider more often on a regular basis than any of my other medical conditions. I do also have hypothyroidism. I have multiple autoimmune diseases, including inflammatory arthritis. I also have lipedema. I have small fiber neuropathy. I have a whole basket of medical fun. To some doctors, they love me because they've never seen a patient like me. But other doctors, particularly the ones that have to operate on me, they don't like me because I have so much going on that it makes it really difficult to make sure that they cover all of the bases and that everything is good. So, as far as surgeries go, I was born with heart issues and I have been having surgery since I was a baby. At this point in time, I am up to 32 surgeries in my life and I am set to have more surgeries. Um, I have spoken about it on this channel, but a few months ago when I had my last baby, my C-section incision burst open when she was a week and a half old. I ended up being rushed to the hospital. CT scans showed multiple blood clots, a lot of issues. And so basically, I've been in and out of the hospital having surgeries and procedures for that. Have had a massive open wound for many months with wound care, had a wound vac for a while. So have been going through a lot with that and will have to unfortunately have another surgery to treat and manage that. And then I also have an umbilical hernia that apparently they don't want to take care of at the same time. So yeah, lots about me there. So let's talk career, okay? Your girl has done quite a few things in her past, but they have all centered around essentially two fields. So the first would be the finance field, and the second would be the medical field. And now I feel like I get the best of both worlds because my current job is one that combines the two of them. So I maintain my medical licenses and do what I need to do there. But I work for a Fortune 500 company that literally mashes up medical and finance. And in that particular company, I have been very lucky and blessed to work my way up and to bounce around the different departments to where I have a very like rounded and solid career within it. And that makes me very marketable, I guess you can say, like makes my resume very, very nice. And I appreciate that. So I'm not going to lie to you. I have my days in the past where I'm like, I'm so done with it. But ultimately, when I really think about what it is that I'm passionate about, I am a numbers girly. I'm a finance girly. I'm a budget girly. I am all those things. I love that. I am analytical. I am strategic. I don't just jump in willy-nilly. I'm not that kind of person. I am more of a planned, like I'm a planner. So that feeds that. And then medical. I've spoken about it before, but I love all things medical, okay? I am that nerd that will read the research papers. The one that just recently came out with the research on autism and now breaking it down into 4 different categories, 4 different types. Oh, I love that. Okay. I'm just that person. I loved school. I did not always have a great relationship with school sometimes because, to be honest with you, I was one of those people where I wanted to take what I wanted to take class-wise. I wanted to learn what I wanted to learn. I didn't want to take the BS math courses and the algebra and the college algebra and all the things that, to be honest with you, I was never going to use in my particular field. Now, if I was going pharmacy route or, biologist or researcher or something like that, then yes, math would be important. But, where I'm at right now, the only math that I really need to do is just, honestly, like even the primary pharmacological math has been removed from the nursing profession because now you scan the medication. It's prescribed with the dosage. You scan the medication and it literally has alerts that pop up in the systems with the software. If it's incorrect, if there's, medication that is counterintuitive to it. Crazy enough, AI has taken a lot of the guesswork out of it and made it very simplistic. Now, we definitely use AI at my job. We use it quite a bit, actually. And I would say that I have really learned the strengths of it and where it's applicable and then where it needs a human touch. So with the position that I recently just got, first of all, it was a big old jump and I just feel incredibly blessed. Like when I tell you I was praying and I was crying and I was just beyond blessed to get it, I felt like, yeah. And this new position, I'm in love with. I'm so excited about. I will say though, like I love YouTube and it's something where, hold on. So my new position, I love it. I love the challenge of it. I love what it combines. I love what it does. I am so excited and just love everything about it. So, but I also love YouTube. And it's something where for this season of my life where I am about to go back to work, finally, after all this mess with my C-section incision and all that stuff, I'm so excited. And for a while now, I will be doing both. And that may have things looking a little bit different on my channel, as in instead of trying to upload every couple days, maybe I upload, twice a week or something like that. But we will see. We will see where life takes me and just how manageable everything is or isn't in these coming months. I know for sure I will at a minimum be doing 1 video a week. So I will still be very present on this channel because I know I spoke about it previously, but this really is like a passion and a calling for me. I don't know what it is, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I am meant to be on YouTube. For whatever reason it is, I am meant to be here with you right now. And yes, she's really into eating my hair. If you're a mom, you know, okay. You just got to make sure that your hair stays clean. Yeah. And yes, y'all, I am still loving the heck out of this particular sweatshirt. Oh, it is so comfortable, okay? It is just so comfortable. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And with fall right around the corner, which is my favorite season, I'm just a very happy girl. If you can't tell, because I did speak about loving research and medical and all of that stuff, I'm a reader, okay? I prefer to read over watching TV. And I I'm one of those people where I am not ADHD. I don't have ADHD, but I do tend to read multiple books at the same time just because for me reading is about what mood I'm in, okay? So my mood determines what I read. So like right now, I just started just yesterday a new parenting book. It is this one right here. I think it's pronounced Achtung Baby. I think that's what it is. And it's so far it's good. I love reading about other cultures as well and just how they differ from us in America. And I'm not going to lie to you, quite a bit of what they do, in my opinion, is way better. They just do it better. Not even going to front. They seem to have it together and better in different ways. And so anywhere that I can adapt and use some of what I've learned in my reading, I absolutely will. So I'm reading this one for the parenting for this season of my life, expanding it. I am on what page am I on? I am on page 17. And then I do physical books and then I also do ebooks. And so for ebooks right now, for another medical book, because hello, I am currently reading Catch Your Breath by Ed Patrick. And then, you always got to have a little naughty in there, okay? You got to have that fun book that's like an escape. And I'm not even going to front with you, okay? I like erotic escape books, okay? So I am currently reading His Son's Ex by Casey Crown. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I am reading right now. And I don't feel bad about it. I'm reading, and that's a good thing. And I will be the same way with my kids. That is the one rule that I have always had with my kids, is that I will say no to toys. I will say no to a lot of things. But the one rule I had was that I will never say no to a book. And I've never said no to a book. If they've wanted a book, I didn't care where I was financially. If I needed to swipe a credit card, I would swipe a credit card, but I would never say no to a book. So I've always encouraged reading. And funny enough, all of my kids, my low functioning autistic child that's nonverbal, I don't know if he reads or not, to be honest with you. We haven't necessarily figured that out, but he will flip through books. He has his set books that he likes to look through. So yeah, I love that. And my oldest, he has Asperger's, but he loves to read. Now, he doesn't read adult level books despite being in his 20s, but he does have his, I would say, middle school level series of books that he loves and adores and gets so excited when I get him another one and send it to him. So we have that in common there. My transgender child reads a lot of manga and anime and LGBTQ novels and stuff like that. My 4-year-old is obsessed with books. We have, oh my gosh, I have well over 100 books. Like, it's bin upon bin of books, and we cycle through them. And because I love medical field so much, I also have baby books based off of science, like vaccines for babies and cell biology for babies. Like they literally have whole series of books that breaks down like scientific stuff, but at a toddler level. And we both love reading those together. It's so cute and fascinating, like seeing her, be exposed to and share some of the things that I personally love. Yes, I know. And this one already likes, we have the crinkle books for her. So she loves when I read and point on the little crinkle books. So I have a feeling she's going to be a reader as well. So in that way, I'm a very proud mama because unfortunately or fortunately, both of the people that I have had kids with are not big readers. So they are the exact opposite. They are very much like computer TV type of people. So very different there. When it comes to me and my evolution over the years, I will say I did not have a good childhood at all. As far as childhoods go, I had a very, very rough childhood. And it's not just because my parents died when I was so young. It's literally all of the other things outside of that. I did not have a good home environment. I did not have good relationships. I was torn apart verbally, mentally, emotionally by the person who was supposed to be the one to love me unconditionally. My family is very judgmental. And unfortunately, the mass majority of them are what I personally label or call as Republican Christians. And they are deep South Republican Christians, despite all of them being born up north. And it just has not been easy, especially with the children and the subset that I have, to overcome some of those differences. But I will say that I am the only person in my family who talks to everyone. My family is very divided. They have fought each other. They have sued each other. They are that dysfunctional family. Everyone thinks that they are upright and that they are making the best decision. They don't understand other people's decisions, other people's perspectives, other people's rationales. And I'll be honest with you, that's very, very hard because, like, if I was ever to get married again, like, I already know, like, there would be no way that I could have all of them there. Because if one found out that that one was coming, then they wouldn't come, and vice versa. Which is why if I ever got married again, I would probably just do like a little destination elopement somewhere. I am somebody though who I've never had any interest in like a big lavish wedding. If that's your thing, that is your thing. Great, good for you. But for me personally, especially being so into finance and into practicality and into, being smart with my choices, for me, that doesn't feel like a smart choice because I look at the amount of money that I would allot to literally one day and I would be like, it's not worth it. Like the elevation of the day doesn't change the meaning of the day for me personally. So I definitely would do that if I ever got married again. If I'm honest with you, so like my current partner has been wanting to get married for quite some time, and it's actually me like saying, so with my ex-husband and that whole situation there, like when I got out of that, I said I never wanted to get married again. And I will say, like, the person that I am with now, like, that did change things for me in that, like, I do want to get married again now. But I don't know, there's just something in me where, like, I guess it's hard for me to take that step right now with where I'm at with everything. And I just feel like I'm looking for something more. I'm looking for a specific something to get me to the place where I'm like, yes, 100%, let's go. So that's where I'm at with that right now. I'm not pro anything. I'm not like pro marriage. I'm also not pro singlehood. I'm pro whatever is best for you. And I will say a lot of it is driven by my relationship with God, especially coming back to being or feeling like I am being called to be a wife. Like that's something that's deep rooted in my heart now. Like I know I am meant to be a wife without a shadow of a doubt. I know that I would be a great wife, especially with the level of awareness and consideration that I do have. I won't lie to you, I do a lot of wifey stuff now. And I know they tell you, don't do that, don't do that, don't do it until you're married, kind of thing. But I think it's a little bit different when you're the one who is keeping y'all from taking that step. So that's just a little insight there into all of that. I am plus size, I am body positive, but I am not a part of the body positive movement anymore, I would say. I would say I am slightly removed from that just because I personally believe that being body positive just means that you love yourself, even if there are things that you wish that you could change about yourself, or there are things that you are actively trying to change about yourself. And so I am all for you doing what is best for you. And that should be, in my opinion, the definition of body positivity. It is accepting and loving yourself no matter where you are in your relationship with self. But unfortunately, according to society, according to that community, that has changed, that is different. But on this channel, you will see that I am pro you. I am not pro this, that, or the other. Even when it comes to politics, funny enough, I don't identify with any one party. I am somebody where I assess all of the different politicians that I am supposed to vote for, and I vote based off of which one I align with the most and which one I feel like will be the best for the greater good. For the greater good, not entirely for my good. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I am a heterosexual, as far as I know. I've always kept it open there. There's a fun fact. So I have never pigeonholed myself whenever it came to love and relationships. I have always said that love is love. And if I was to ever find a woman that I was like, yes, I am sexually attracted to her, like I want her, like, I don't know, if I'm drawn to her in that way, then I would be totally open to it. I am that person. I have never met that kind of woman yet. I can absolutely I can see the beauty in other women and I praise that beauty and I lift it up. But thus far, there's no sexual drive behind it for me. So at this point, I'm pretty sure I am heterosexual. But, put an asterisk there, I guess, in case somebody comes along in the future or I don't know, something changes. But I am a heterosexual white woman, okay? Next to we will say, older white male. I am probably one of the largest categories of privilege that exist. And I don't take that for granted. I really don't. All of my children are mixed. So that should tell you something. My older three are mixed. They are half Hispanic, half Puerto Rican. And these ones are half African American, half Black, whatever it is you want to call it. So I try to educate myself. I try to walk with awareness. I absolutely have made mistakes. And I'll be honest with you, when it came to, educating myself and entering the Black culture, that one was a little bumpy for me. I have always had friends of all races and all ethnicities and backgrounds and stuff like that. I have been somewhat of a social butterfly in that capacity, but really, truly entering that culture and recognizing what they consider to be offensive or what toes the line on sensitive topics, I definitely have struggled with that somewhat. And I have read a lot of books over the years to try to radically change that for me, especially now that I am raising women, half Black women. So I'm raising young Black girls that I want to empower. And I don't ever want to be inadvertently somebody who is part of the oppression system. So that's a little bit there on me and on my life and on everything. But on this channel, I want a big ol' open community with a huge welcome sign. I don't want to pigeonhole anyone. I literally want to welcome everyone in. If you have been cast out by other communities, honey bunch, come on over. Okay? If you have ever felt if you've ever felt left out, if you have ever felt down on yourself, if you have ever struggled with your self-esteem, if you have struggled in being comfortable with who you are and trying to find your place in this world, hello, welcome to your place in this world. Like literally, I know for some reason, just in my heart of hearts, in my spirit, just what's been spoken to me, I know that this channel is supposed to be a resource and a community. Those are the two things that it's supposed to be. And I know that some of that comes just by me being open and vulnerable and sharing. And it's going to be me sharing the vulnerable parts of my life. A lot of what I've said in this video is quite vulnerable. I have literally put my HIPAA information out there right now. I have literally put my children out there. So I am sharing what for me is quite vulnerable. And you will see throughout my videos and oncoming in the months ahead that I plan to continue to share that which is vulnerable, that which a lot of people would instead try to keep private and try to hide. And that is because I feel like people right now more than ever are seeking transparency, because it is not in these perfectly curated feeds and, perfectly, masterfully, decorated and spaced out photo that you're going to be able to relate to somebody. You can say, oh, I like that. Oh, like that's what I would strive for. But most people, where they are at in their life right now, that's not them. And that's not relatable. And that's not going to make them feel welcome there. That's going to make them feel like an imposter there if they try to step into that realm. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't strive for better. I am always striving for better, okay? My house, like I've tried so many different organizational systems, but just to be honest with you, I've come to realize that my space is too small. And I need a bigger space. But financially right now, that's not the smart move to make. So we are making do. But I recognize and I have had to accept that that means that there is going to be some cluttered areas. That means that there are going to be things that I wish I could change, but realistically, I just can't right now. So you do the best with what you have and where you're at. And that's all I want to do is I want to meet you where you are at right now. I don't want you to change anything about yourself right now. I want you to do the work, and I want to help you to do the work, to know who you truly are inside, not what the world has shaped you to be, but who you truly are on the inside. And I want to help you to strip away the layers of tattered bruises and wounds that society and people and just life has given you over the years, and to help you to see who you truly are inside, and that you are beautiful and that you have so much to offer. And I want to help to empower other people. And while, yes, because I am a woman, the mass majority of who I'm speaking to is going to be to women because I have the female perspective. But I definitely try to consider men. And I am definitely somebody where I don't want to empower just one gender or just one type of person. I want to help empower everybody, because when you are empowered, that means that you know your strengths, you know what you bring to the table, and that means that you can't be torn down by other people and by situations and by life, because you know the strengths that you have, you know exactly how to tackle them and to rise above and to get beyond them. And it also means that it is way harder for people to control you. And in this world, honey bunch, yes, there are so many people, politics especially, trying to make decisions for us, trying to tell us what to do, and that are really trying to strip away freedoms and a whole lot of other things. And part of you knowing who you are and what you bring to the table means that you know what you can and can't control. So despite what they say, despite the laws, rules, legislation that is passed, you will know exactly what you can and can't do. So hopefully you guys will keep coming back. Hopefully you will find a safe space, a safe haven, and a nice warm hug when you come back and you watch my videos. A lot of which unfortunately will probably feature her because that's the season that I'm at in life right now. But I really do. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I love getting to do this, and I hope to do it for many years to come. And I look forward to how this channel and this community evolves with more new faces and hopefully more encouragement along the way from me and, funny enough, from you. It's a mutual relationship in that capacity. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and until next time. You gonna say bye-bye? Dice bye-bye. Dice bye-bye. Dice adiós. Adiós por ahora. Yes. Adiós por ahora. Ven acá. No, no. Ven, ven, ven. Sí, sí, sí. ¿Sí? Está mi bebé. Tú también bebé. Y tú también bebé.
Okay, you cut
También
first.
bebés.
You do cut first.
I did.
No, you're not.
Yes, su pelo, su pelo. We gotta do your pelo.
You're still alive.
Yeah.
You cut first.
And yes, for anybody who is wondering, I do speak quite a bit of Spanish. I would not say that I am fully bilingual, but I do speak a lot. I speak enough to get by on my own in Puerto Rico and in Nicaragua, both places I've been. So yeah. Bye for now.
It's me.